All right. Good morning, everybody. As you can tell from my voice, the head cold has moved on, so I am happy to be on this call with my normal voice, and I'm sure you are too. Thank you for putting up with that this week. So I am super excited. RDs and above, we have got an amazing, amazing speaker today. And it is my pleasure to have this gentleman on the line simply because he is somebody that I have followed even before I ever realized he was part of ViSalus. And what I enjoy so much about this guy is that he is just absolutely on a path to success. His posture, his belief, what he talks about, I just always watch to see what he's doing and do my best to follow his footsteps because I believe that he is blazing a trail not only in ViSalus but in this industry as just a true person of integrity, of talent, and of servant-driven leadership that will raise up a team of people just like him. And so I'm modeled to be like this guy, and it is my pleasure that he has taken the time specifically for our team this morning, and we're just so very blessed to have him. So Matthew Harris, are you on the line this morning?
I am. Melissa, can you hear me okay?
Yep, got you loud and clear.
Hey, and it's good to hear your voice and hear that you are back. Give me 1 second.
Thank you.
All right, sorry about that. So listen, I know we've got a few moments together, and thank you, Melissa, for inviting me to be on the call this morning. And my goal is to share with everybody that's plugging in something that can help you move your business forward. I'm all about results. I love results, and I know that all of us are focused on getting results and helping as many people get results as fast as possible. So with that in mind, I'll just kind of share a little bit of one quick story that I think will help you reach more results today. Not necessarily next year or 5 years down the road. If you really apply what I'm going to talk to you about, it'll have a long-term impact, but I think it will really, really help you today. And I know that's what these calls are designed to help you move every day forward in your business. So for those of you who don't know, I'm originally from the country of South Africa. I don't have the accent anymore, except when I get around my fellow South Africans. Then I just switch right back into it, and you're like, who is this guy? My accent comes right back. But I grew up overseas. I grew up in a small town called Tua, South Africa. And it was a very, very small town along the eastern coast of the country. And growing up in Africa is very interesting. You see things that you might not see in America. Just like in America, you see things you might not see in other places. And for us, water was something that was extremely important. Now, in the States, we can open up a tap and the water will come out. In Africa, well, where I grew up, we were fortunate to have tap water, but most of the people and most of my friends did not. And so what you'd see every single day was people going down to the rivers to collect water. And they'd actually have these big pots of water that they would carry on their head for miles back to their villages. Well, there's a village in Africa that I'm going to share the story with you guys in the context of our conversation of that was struggling with a lack of water. In Africa, when you have summer times, you'll have summer rain sometimes as well, but if the rain doesn't come, you end up being in a drought situation. And droughts are never good. The ground starts to crack, nothing grows, people are literally dying because of no water. It's a very important part of life to have water. And so in Africa, when things like this happen, it's a very, very tough time. So there's a village in Africa that was struggling with a drought so bad to the point where the village elders got together. They said, we need to get all of the village together and do something drastic. We need to figure this out, otherwise we are not going to make it. And so they had all the villagers get together. They had a special day where they planned this out. They said, we're going to get everybody in the village together and we're going to pray for water. And so the village gathered. It was this big event. Everybody showed up. Everyone knew that this was the day they were going to come together to hopefully get things to change in their favor. The villagers come together and start getting ready to pray. But here was the interesting thing. Not a single one of them brought an umbrella. Everybody came there expecting or hoping, really, for rain. But not a single person brought an umbrella. And that's really the point of the story that I want to focus on in the minutes and the times that we have today, because so many of us get into business. We want to be successful. We came to ViSalus. We're excited about fighting this obesity epidemic. We want to go up there, hit the top ranks, help other people do the same thing. We're excited about what it is that we are doing. Yet how many of us really, 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 really believe that we're going to achieve what it is that we want to achieve? See, if you really believe that what it is you're going to do or that you're going to achieve is going to happen, you behave differently. So if you're going to pray for rain, you need to show up with your umbrella. It's the same way when you started. My wife and I have multiple businesses that we have. When we started one business, we were looking into it, and there's a system that you need in order to really systematize everything within that particular business, and it's really expensive. When we started that business, if you just look at the numbers, you would say, okay, well, we're not making enough revenue in that particular business to actually then invest in this system. But if you do this the successful way, the way that I'm sharing with you guys to do, which is to prepare for the success even before it shows up, what we then decide to do is we're going to invest in that system even though the numbers in that particular business weren't necessarily showing up in the beginning. But what am I saying with all this? In order to be who it is that you want to be, to have the things that you want to have, and to do the things that you really want to have in your life, you have to start at the beginning, and that is to expect the result. When you come into Vitalis, don't look at this and say, okay, well, there's all these people that are getting on the challenge. How many of them actually have hit ambassador? How many of them have gone presidential director? How many of them have gone 5-star? And then some people do that. They look at all the people, the elite group that's hit these top levels, and then they look at the masses and say, oh, well, it's going to be too hard for me to do. My challenge to you is to not think the way that the masses think. It's to separate yourself in your thinking and put yourself already in that elite category. If you're going to pray for rain, show up with your umbrella. If you're going to expect greatness in your business, then prepare for it. If you want to pay off that house, start looking at what the numbers are going to be every single month that you need to pay down for that mortgage. If you want to prepare for your kids' college fund, know exactly how much money you plan to put into that account every single month. If you want to upgrade that Beamer, know exactly how much it is, which one you want. Know exactly what it is and what it's going to look like. Know it so well that when you get up in the morning, you don't stay in bed. You jump out of the bed because you see the reality of that goal being accomplished because you believe, you prepared, and you came with an umbrella. So hopefully that helps you guys as you go into your business. I know that every single one of you has different things that you're focusing on for today, but hopefully all of you are seeing yourself as the person that is going to be successful, and then you're taking the actions to follow through with that. I know a couple months ago we had Vitality in Orlando, and a lot of people said, oh, I'm going to walk across the stage at a certain rank at the NST coming up here in Atlanta, and I hope that all of you are going to be there. I look forward to seeing every single one of you, but here's what I really want to focus on. You still have time to reach whatever goal you set in mind when you're at Vitality or when you said, I'm going to come to NST and I'm going to be somebody there. Now, here's the thing. I know you were talking to leaders, but this is a conversation you've got to have with your team because people on your team also have goals. But you have to help them realize that it's one thing to have a goal. It's a whole other thing to follow through with taking action on that goal. So if you want to walk across the stage at a certain level, the question is, have you already registered for NST? Have you already gotten your hotel for NST? Do you know where you're going to be eating? Have you planned all those things out? Do you already have your list of contacts? Have you already scheduled your challenge party? You have to be who you want to be before you can do the things that you have to do in order to have the things that you want to have. So don't just show up to the party to pray for rain. Bring your umbrella. So, Melissa, this is me from Atlanta, Georgia. Hopefully that helped anybody on the call, and I'll turn it back to you.
Awesome. Thank you so much for your time today, Matthew. And that is an important thing. You know, you guys, we had the opportunity to hear from Matthew's other half, Eileen, earlier this week, and now we heard from Matthew, and something resonates with me after hearing them both speak. One is their just excitement and their posture and their just solidness in who they are and where they're going. And it's obvious to me that they're very clear in their goals. They know where they're going, and then they work their life around that. And I think that's important because a lot of times in our team call, Freedom Force team call, actually addressed that this week as well, how we kind of let life dictate then what we do. You know, life gets in the way. Life is this, life is that. And whether it's good or bad, we let that get in the way of what we're doing. And, you know, some of that can be controlled, but most of it can. And when we find the goal and know solidly where we're going, it is amazing how the action all falls in line. So thank you very much for your time today, Matthew. And this call will be recorded, guys, so some of your team members, I know a couple people are struggling to make it work today, so we will have it recorded. And I just want everyone to have a great Thursday. And we've got Ambassador Benji Nix tomorrow, who's been riding around in a car with Kevin Merriweather for couple weeks, I believe, and he will be there with a special message for us tomorrow. So everyone have a great day, and thanks for tuning in today.